And the very top of the morning to you. Yeah. It's the top of the hour of 7 o'clock. And you know, when it's 7 o'clock, there's something exciting in the air.
Yes, indeed. It's called Wake Up Nigeria. Now, this is the show that makes waking up fun. So grab that cup of coffee. I have mine right here. And be prepared to stay put throughout the show, all the way till 9 a.m. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Ope. It's the middle of the week, but it's the beginning of a new month. Welcome to August 2018.
I have to say this is my favorite month, though.
Yeah, birthday month.
Yes, it is. I'm adding a new, another year, you know, this month. And
so I'll be your official gift collector this month.
Really?
So I'm going to be putting out my phone number and my email address.
See me thinking he was going to actually just surprise me with gifts, but you know, one does.
It's your birthday today, so just chill.
Yeah, I celebrate my birthday throughout the month of August.
Yeah.
With a lot of people. And if you're celebrating out there as well, please tag us online. Speaking about our online presence, we're streaming live right now on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. Look us up at TVC Connect. The comments are very important to us, and we need that hashtag, Wake Up Nigeria. Wake Up Nigeria.
Use the hashtag when you're sending in your comments. Are we still giving out gifts?
Well, Mike has been, you know, absconding.
And he's been hoarding all the stuff.
With all those, you know, but we know how to deal with
movie tickets, I think we're giving out movie tickets.
Yes, movie tickets, of course. Movie tickets never end on Wake Up Nigeria. There's always excess of that, especially for that new movie, Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible 6. Always a pleasure. Now, in the kitchen this morning, we have, you know, the usual thing that we do. Yeah. Mary is with Chef Demi.
Yay.
Of Demi's,
good morning.
Hi,
Demi.
Hey, guys.
Hi, how you doing? We can't wait to get started, you know.
Yeah.
Cut up, cook up.
Definitely.
Mary's standing on stilts. That's why she looks taller than Chef.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You know this stilts of a thing? I don't even think she's wearing heels today. Mary's just tall,
As in, I should just wear heels one day, like proper heels.
Really?
Then you will know what it's like to stand on
stilts.
Yeah. I actually knew what it was like to not wear my heels on Monday, you know. It's an in-house joke.
Okay, let's just...
Yes, yeah. Let's let that one go. But we have been a staunch advocate for growing your own food on the show. It's one of the surest ways to make sure you eat fresh and healthy food. Now we have Seun Adeshote back with us today. She'll be in our garden for some actual gardening. Our focus this week is regrowing onions, and hopefully we'll be able to also learn how to make some homemade fertilizer.
Yeah, something for the kids to do during these holidays.
Yes, indeed.
And Wednesdays are for making sure we have stronger and better relationships with our spouses. Johanna Adeyinka will be joining us to take us through a very sensitive topic of weight gain and how it comes to play in a relationship.
We also have our friends from Diamond Bank joining us today. They'll be shedding some light on Building Entrepreneurs Today project, simply known as BET or BET. It's going to be interesting to find out what they put together.
Yeah. And then we'll be feeding our souls with music from Rodney Brown Spades, who is a Nigerian rapper.
What a man like me. What a man like me. You go like try pains, be a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. You go like try pains, be a man like me. Westfagu, Luda, Abuki, Motikasha. Westfagu, Luda, Abuki, Motikasha.
And on getting up close and personal with personalities that grace our silver screens, we have actor Wole Ojo. He'll be joining us on the sofa in a bit.
Embarrassment is this? We're barely here and you're already introducing yourself as the barking dog that you are. I shall not listen. Do not let it repeat itself again for whatsoever reason.
All right.
Yes.
So I heard this is breastfeeding week.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm a firm advocate for breastfeeding.
Yeah, we know you are.
A firm advocate, like,
okay, this is a delicate... Mike is looking lost already. We've not even started talking. Okay, so were you... Mike, how does this you breastfed as a baby?
How does this look? How does this look mean that I'm lost?
What? Look, you're folding your arms and staring, looking left and right. I asked you a question. Did your mother give you breast?
Breastfeeding is, you know, cuts across all strata somebody out there was actually expecting me to say something very serious. When I put up my hand, I just start to be something serious.
I'll tell you something I know for sure. The earlier you breastfeed and the longer you breastfeed, you actually protect your child and yourself. My belief is the whole stop breastfeeding at 1-2 years that we grew up hearing was started by mothers because of the stress. Especially when you have so many children and you're expected to breastfeed them to a certain age. There are actually places in the world where they breastfeed children till 9 years old.
Okay, stop. Just stop. Wait, just stop. Just stop.
I'm really passionate about breastfeeding.
Because I feel the women of Lagos
are already boiling. Like,
they want to strangle you right now. Or women of Nigeria, rather. But when you think about it, it does create an interesting bond between mother and baby. But then again, that bond is not impossible to get that bond.
Even without breastfeeding.
Even without breastfeeding. True. So there is a lot of science behind it, especially protecting children from illness.
So we all agree that breastfeeding is a good thing, right?
Yes, it is a good thing.
Your agreement
but the truth is,
matter.
the realities of that stress still exist. So, man, that stress,
All right.
Okay, so I want you to envision breastfeeding twins. That's why I'm very
let's leave this breast alone and move on to the
just envision two hands like
I
this.
think it's time for us to go to the news update. Crazy ladies with us here. Nifemi's on standby for us.
Interesting, isn't it? Now, let's turn attention to the news. Senate President Bukola Saraki and Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed have officially dumped the All Progressives Congress for the People's Democratic Party. Saraki announced his defection on his Twitter handle and also released a statement personally signed by him. Governor Ahmed, in a statement by Senior Special Assistant on Media Muhyiddin Akorede, said he defected after consultations with his people. Supporters of Saraki are already jubilating after hearing the news, with the burning of brooms, the symbol of the APC. The move by the duo had long been expected after the defection of other senators and House of Representatives members from the state. President Muhammadu Buhari has been elected as new chairman of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of the Economic Community of West African State, ECOWAS. This was at a 53rd ordinary session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government in Lomé, Togo. In his acceptance remark, President Buhari, who commended his colleagues for his election, noted that he did not offer himself for the post. He, however, promised to deliver on peace, security and good governance, as well as socio-economic development of the sub-region, and also take the organization to greater heights. A high court in Owerri has stopped the swearing-in of Callistus Ekenze as the new deputy governor of the state. The court ruling came in on Tuesday morning just as Ekenze was about to be sworn in. Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha had nominated Ekenze as his deputy after the impeachment of Eze Madumere. Imo State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Meletus Nimdum says government's attention had been drawn to the interim order stopping the Chief Judge of the state, Pascal Nandi, from swearing in the new deputy governor. According to him, the state government will now quickly take necessary steps to vacate the order as quickly as possible. Former governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido, has accused President Muhammadu Buhari of running a mild military government. According to Lamido, Buhari is yet to wake up from the 1984 military slumber. Lamido also accuses the APC of turning the police structure to a political tool, often unleashed after perceived opponents. He was speaking during a visit to Taraba State in furtherance of his presidential ambition. A federal high court sitting in Lagos has dismissed the no-case submission suit filed by former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, ordering him to enter his defense in the case instituted against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC. Justice Muhammad Idris, who gave the order, also attended to the case of money laundering and fraud brought against the senator representing Delta North Senatorial District, Peter Nwaboshe, by the EFCC. Former Governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, is being prosecuted on a 39-count charge of fraud to the tune of 3.2 billion naira. The former governor had contended that he had no case to answer after the prosecuting team closed its case. But Justice Muhammad Idris ruled that Orji Uzor Kalu and others surely have a case to answer. The matter was adjourned to the 10th of September when Orji Uzor Kalu is expected to open his defense. On the matter between the EFCC and Senator Peter Nwabushi, the bone of contention is if Justice Muhammad Idris, who has just been promoted to the Court of Appeal, should continue to hear the case or hand off after a fiat issued by the President of the Court of Appeal. The matter was adjourned to August the 1st, 2018. And that's it on the news for now. Stay tuned for another update at the top of the hour. For now, let's find out what the weather will look like for the rest of the day.
Hello and welcome to Sports and Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mike Mesikeno. Now, athletes competing at the Asaba 2018 African Senior Athletics Championships have declared the facilities good enough for the events. Nigerian sprinter Blessing Okagbari expressed her delight at competing at home, insisting the facilities are good enough. Meanwhile, African record holder Maria Jose Talu has voiced her frustration at the lack of organization of the AAC, with athletes having transportation and logistics problems. The Botswana team arrived at Asaba by road, but the athletes are reportedly ready to make the best out of the events.
And they can actually watch you live. Usually they watch us on TV and they cheer for us, but this is a different feeling. So regardless of where you are, I think competition should be a competition. It's great. It's a great facility. I mean, when I came, I was actually blown away. It looks amazing. It looks really amazing. They had a short time to put this together, and I think they did a great job.
They should be expecting my best. That is just all I can do. I'm here to do my best, and I see what my best can give to me.
We're just waiting for arrangements to be made for us to come to Asaba, and then we finally drove here after staying for a long time at the airport. They took our passports. We didn't understand why. We were a bit frustrated in the first few days, but with time we got to adapt and we started loving Nigeria. The crowd is good. They have positive energy, and that's what we're trying to keep it as well.
Okay, I know a number of you would have spotted Divine there of the I Never Expired fame. Moving on from that, Portuguese club Benfica have announced that defender Tyrone Ebuehi will undergo surgery in the next few days following a cruciate ligament injury. The 22-year-old is now expected to spend several months on the sidelines following the injury. The player recently expressed his desire to fight for a regular playing sport in the team, but this injury has put that ambition on hold. The right-back only resumed pre-season training with his new teammates a few weeks ago after he was granted an extended break following his involvement with Nigeria at the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. Real Madrid's new coach, Julen Lopetegui, believes a Welshman, Gareth Bale, can help fill the void left by Cristiano Ronaldo's departure from the club. Bale has been linked with a move away from the Bernabeu after failing to hold down a regular first-team spot under previous coach Zinedine Zidane. But Ronaldo's £99 million switch to Juventus means Bale is back in favour. Lopetegui says Bale is working extremely well with French forward Karim Benzema in training, adding that he is happy with the current crop of players at the club. Bale joined Real Madrid for £87 million in 2013 and has since won the Champions League 4 times, scoring twice in the 3-1 final victory over Liverpool in May. And of course, the domino effect from Ronaldo's move goes on as Gonzalo Higuain has agreed to join AC Milan on a season-long loan from Serie A rivals Juventus. AC Milan will now have an option to buy Higuain next summer for £32 million. Premier League side Chelsea were reportedly interested in Higuain, but the Argentine striker appears set to remain in the Serie A league. He got in. He got in. All right, that's it on sports this morning. Let's take a break. And when that's it on sports this morning. Let's take a break. And when we get back, we'll look at the headlines in the papers.
Well, it's time for the newspaper headlines. We're starting with the Daily Sun. Senate President Kwara Governor defect. Why we quit APC. A cabal has taken over government, says Saraki. APC queries Senate President. Nigerian envoy to South Africa resigns. Also quits ruling party. Drama continues in Imo, Benue. Police chase out assembly clerk staff. Court stops swearing in of new deputy governor in Owerri. Count Buhari out of Benue crisis, says the presidency. EFCC grills Ekwere Madu as court frees Bafarawa. Ekunife commends Buhari for approving 37 billion naira refund to Anambra. And finally, Wike commends Saraki Ahmed for joining PDP. All on the cover of the Daily Sun.
Yes, indeed. Quite a lot on the cover of The Guardian as well. It says here, Saraki, Kwara governor, dump APC, join PDP. Why I quit ruling party by Senate President. More governors will defect to opposition, says Wike. Plot to impeach Autumn unconstitutional, says Buhari. Police with orders from above invade Benue House of Assembly. Court stops swearing in of Imo deputy governor designate. And it also says here, Kano deputy governor alleges threat to life. Really, really powerful headlines here. EFCC arrests grills Ekwere Madu over alleged graft. And OPEC's 2018 oil output peaks in July. Finally, Notore's free zone status to attract $5 billion worth of investments. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
All right, the Vanguard is up next. APC crisis latest. Fifth columnists forced us out of APC, says Saraki. Senate President defects to PDP. Kwara Governor Ahmed follows. 2 senators, 6 reps, 22 of 23 House of Assembly members follow, and a couple of other riders there. Power will quit if federal government refunds our money, says the Discos. EFCC grills Ekwere Madu over local foreign assets. Niger Delta militants call off 7-month ceasefire. Court stops swearing in of Imo's new deputy governor. And a couple of other stories here. Autumn, Buhari won't be part of unconstitutional act, says the presidency. And police chase out Benue assembly workers. All on the cover of the Vanguard.
Now we move straight to The Nation newspaper. It says here, Saraki Ahmed returned to PDP as APC issues query. Party spokesman Abdullahi to resign. Okorocha says exit won't affect party. EFCC grills Ekwere Madu. Court frees 100 Shiites. Court stops swearing in of Imo deputy governor. Then also it says here, Shell, NNPC in talks over $1 billion Bonga contract. And the ITTF World Cup excites Aruna Quadri. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
Up next is This Day. Saraki Ahmed Ibeto finally defects to PDP. Tambuwal, 23 lawmakers to decamp in Sokoto today. Fifth columnist forced me out, says Senate President. Abdullahi, I'm still in the party. Federal government appoints TCN to manage 72 billion naira planned investment in discos. Presidency dissociates Buhari from impeachment move against Autumn. Nigeria lost 3.8 trillion naira, wow, to oil theft in 2 years, says NNPC report. And there's a photograph of Professor Wole Soyinka here, who is receiving an honor at the University of Ibadan, which happened yesterday. All on the cover of This Day.
The Nigerian Tribune is packed. It says here, Saraki dumps APC for PDP, says, I endured greatest provocation, ridicule. It says here, Governor Ahmed also defects. PDP celebrates. Jubilation in Ilorin, pages 2, 3, and 4 have more on that. Kwara Assembly members, local government chairman expected to join PDP today. Protesters at APC headquarters over Saraki. And it says here, Saraki Ahmed won't be missed, according to Akorocha. It says here, Ladoja set to lead 3 governorship aspirants, 16 lawmakers, others to ADC. It also says here, I have nothing to do with Autumn's removal bid, according to Buhari. That's what it says on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right, and then we have the New Telegraph here, and the headline, APC suffers huge losses. Senate President, Kwara Governor, Ambassador to return to PDP. Tambol, 24 Sokoto lawmakers, local government chairman defect today. Saraki, federal government gave 200 positions without allotting any to me, or Dogara, and a couple of other riders there. Count me out of plots to impeach Autumn, says Buhari. Says he won't support any unconstitutional act. Police, DSS chase away Benue Assembly clerk and staff. Amnesty International, bandits killed 371 people in Zamfara. Target rural communities, demand ransom. Residents were living in fear. Wow. And stock market posts 1.6 trillion naira loss in 4 months as political anxiety takes toll on equities. And a couple of other stories here. EFCC grills Ekweremadu over alleged conspiracy money laundering. Swearing in of new Imo deputy governor aborted. And finally, a free zone deal. Notori mulls $5 billion foreign direct investment influx in Nigeria. Well, that's about all that we have in the newspaper headlines.
Yeah, the papers are packed today.
Packed, and politics.
The main headline.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to give, you know, an opinion on most of the headlines because...
The parties are essentially the same. PDP, the same guys moving back to PDP were the guys that moved from PDP to APC. So it's just, you know.
It does, you know, I did mention once before that it feels like a game of chess is being played. And
it's a game of chess.
It does.
I like that.
Yeah, it does. It's a strategy coming into play here. But, well, hey, that's all we can take on the paper headlines for this morning.
I think it's time for us to go to the garden with our fitness instructor for this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. We're doing work. Oh, shit. Right, let's warm up. Air jumps. Heel flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. High knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do some squat jumps. The back. One, 2, 3, 4, stay low. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do some squat walks. Stay low. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should burn a little. And I'll move your bands. Stand up straight and leg up. 1, 2, 3. Make sure the tension of the band is high. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your core at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should burn a little. So now we're going to work on our arms. So you get the bands, you put them between you put your hands into it. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep your core tight, 8, 9, and 10. Changing bands, same thing sort of, but you get a full range now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other arm. 1. Keep your core tight at all times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake it out. And let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll shake it all out. Your muscles hurt a bit. Forward and back. Thank you very much for watching.
All right, you're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Good morning. Well, this morning, you know, when you think Damie's banquet, you know exactly what to expect. He's already put banquet there. It's not hype. You know it yourself. So you already know what to expect. Of course. You must think Chef Damie, of course.
Definitely.
That's him. He's been a big part of the show, and we're so pleased to have him here again. Amazing things that come up in this kitchen is one of those to credit for. You're feeling like I'm hyping. Well, it's here to create another one for us anyway.
It feels good to be here.
So what are we making today?
Okay, we're making creamy coconut curry pasta.
Creamy coconut curry pasta.
Yes,
definitely. Okay, so definitely curry is an essential ingredient.
Definitely. And of course, coconut milk.
Okay, so let's go over the ingredients.
Okay, so we have our spaghetti on fire already.
Okay.
That's
the pasta.
boiling. Yeah, the pasta. We're using spaghetti. We have our chicken breasts, coconut milk, sausage, assorted meats, cheese, chilies, sweet corn, bell peppers, carrots. Then we have onions, garlic, ginger, curry powder, salt, black pepper, and seasoning cubes.
Okay, so what's the process like? If you check your screen right now, you'd see today's menu, creamy coconut curry pasta.
Yeah.
Okay, you see all the ingredients so you can quickly scribble them down, okay? So what are we going to start with besides boiling the pasta?
I think first of all, we'll just try to sear our chicken. Our chicken breast on both sides. So here we go.
All right, you're going to need oil for that.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Just
Thank you.
A little bit, enough to cover the pan.
Okay.
A little bit, yeah.
Let me help you with that.
That's fine. Okay, then we season our chicken breast. We use a bit of seasoning cube.
Okay.
Just a bit on both sides.
Okay.
Salt.
Salt.
Just a little bit because chicken breast actually
contains plenty of fat.
No, the ingredients actually get in quite quickly, unlike the regular laps and the rest of them. So this is black pepper. So salt, seasoning cube, and black pepper. That's all. We are good to go.
Okay.
Our pan is hot enough, so we just put that in straight up.
Salt, black pepper,
and seasoning cube. That's all for the chicken breast.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to make use of, you know, funky things like,
no.
You know,
like
rosemary,
all
sorts of spices.
No. We just want to sear the chicken while we are cooking. Then we can, you know, build up the other flavors, you know, and put a whole lot of other things. But for this, salt, seasoning cube, and black pepper, it's good to go.
Okay. So besides the chicken, what are we going to do? We're going to cook all of this.
Yes.
We are going to stir fry.
Once this is boiled to al dente, that's when it still has a bit of bite.
Yeah.
We'll try to make our creamy sauce and then we'll put the pasta in it. So we're going to have our coconut milk, we're going to have our cheese in it.
Okay.
Then we are using assorted, which is kind of a twist. We just chop it up, put it inside, have bites of meat while you're eating.
Okay.
So I think it works. And then we'll cut the vegetables as well. Make a creamy sauce, put our pasta in it, toss it around, we're good to go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you'll be seeing all of this when next we come back, okay?
Yeah.
But you know what? If the thought of growing your own food has always been very daunting, I need you to stick around for what we have next, because Seun Adesote is here with us and she's going to be giving us something exciting this morning. After this break, stay with us. Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria, and we have a DIY here. I've got Seun in the house. It's great to have you. You're welcome. She's a farmer. How does this sound? Farmer. I like that. I like that. Having very big expanse. But hey, come on. Today we're doing replanting of onions, right? Replanting onions. Why do we need to replant onions? Let me start with that.
Okay, if we've been talking about growing your own food.
Okay.
And and the essence is just to reduce the amount of toxins. Some of these things we buy from the markets, they are not controlled. I mean, when they plant them, the amount of pesticides and insecticides used. So that's one of the essence of planting our own food.
Our own food.
Yes,
all right. So we're planting onions. Okay, let's get straight to it. What do we have here?
All right, we planted these tomatoes about 6 weeks ago here.
On the show here?
Yes, on this show.
Okay, this was it. This was
the very first one we did.
Okay.
And then we planted this.
All right.
The Scotch bonnet. That's at Tarudo about 4 weeks ago. So I replanted in buckets. So we can make use of buckets like this at home. And so today, I planted this 2 weeks ago, the onions from my kitchen.
Okay.
Yes, so that's what we'll be demonstrating as well today.
All right.
But before then, I just need us to quickly teach us about fertilizer, homemade fertilizer. Unfortunately, I don't have a bowl here to use, but you can make a homemade fertilizer from the back of onion skin.
Okay, that's what we have here. This is the back of the onion skin. All right.
Just get a handful, put it in a container like this, cut off the container, get 1 liter of water, soak this in there for 24 hours, cover it. It doesn't have to be tightly covered. Cover it and then make use of it to fertilize your plant. I have it here.
Okay, so this is what
I made this yesterday.
Wait, are you telling me that if I soak it for 24 hours, it's going to be this finely...
Yes, this is what I'm going to do. Because no, it won't blend well. You have to sieve it out.
Okay,
you have to sieve out the water.
So you sieve it out to look like this.
Yes.
All right, so and then let's go.
Then you spray on your plants. Yes,
okay,
homemade fertilizer.
On the plant or on the soil?
On the soil.
Okay, on the soil.
You're not pressing it well, but it's okay.
Pressing it is scared of me. Okay, so let's go. Let's go.
All right, so I have my onions. I hope viewers can see this.
Yeah,
it's already growing from my kitchen, and so I'm just going to dig.
Why did you keep the thing to grow this long now?
Because I wanted to replant.
Because you wanted to replant. Okay,
yes.
So we're saying that when you buy it, if you're going to have to replant, you have to keep it for a while.
Yes, keep it for a while.
Say how long?
And it depends. It depends.
Okay.
I have some that have been in the kitchen for like a month.
And they've not yet sprouted.
And they've not yet sprouted. And I have some that sprouted.
That sprout them, all right.
So that's what we need. Just dig a little bit. Now, you can see the container I'm using. I'm not even using a flower pot. So we can make use of anything we have at home.
Does this container, I see that it has holes. Does it mean anything?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Now, this has holes underneath. So for excess water to drain out. But I didn't need to pierce this because it has holes all around.
Great,
so,
great.
So I'm just going to dig a little bit, about 6 to 8 inches down, and then cover with soil. I didn't remove
6 to 8 inches.
Yes.
6 to 8. Okay.
And then cover with soil.
Okay. All right.
I don't
That's what we have here.
to cover the top of it.
You shouldn't.
I shouldn't. Yes.
All right.
And then that's all.
6 to 8 inches.
Down, and then keep in a sunny area.
Okay, this is quite sunny. This is quite sunny.
All through the day, I mean.
All through the day.
Yeah.
All right. But now, putting this. Now, what happens when you put this? What do you expect to grow out? How does the final thing look like?
It should sprout like this.
It
should begin to sprout like this.
And
this is 2 weeks.
We'll have how much more under?
I can't predict that till I harvest.
Okay, no, but so what's the expectation? The yield expectation. Let me put it that way.
Right now, I only planted one,
okay,
but I don't know how many I'm going to get from this.
On the average, how many comes up from one like this? From the ones you've done before?
I have never planted onions before. This is my first time.
Okay, all right.
Trying it out.
Like
so
this,
till I harvest.
Okay, till you
harvest. So I wouldn't want to
it.
give you any figure and then we don't get
anything. Once we do this, of course, it's fresh. When it comes out, how long does it need to stay a while? Or immediately you harvest, you can use it immediately?
Ready to use.
Immediately you harvest?
Yes.
Wonderful, that's
ready
fresh.
To use.
So that was the tomato. So we're looking forward, so maybe next 4-6 weeks we'll be able to see how well this one has grown.
About 100 days.
100 days, okay, that should be about 3 months.
Yes, but I'll keep bringing it.
All right.
You know, so that we can see the progress.
All right, thank you very much, Sharon. That was quite...
I need to water.
Okay, you need to water. I can use normal water, not I have to use kind of...
no, this is normal water.
Okay, all right.
This is normal water.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so while we're doing all the watching and all of that, I hope you've been able to learn something. But then we have to head over to Titi, who is on standby talking about weight gain and relationships. You don't want to miss this one because I would want to listen in, all right? Take it away, Titi.
Oh, wow, Mike, nice one in the garden there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, health is not the only thing, you know, we think about when it comes to weight gain. You know, we think about so many different things. But we decided today we will talk about relationships and weight gain. So really there's been a lot that led to this discussion. And hopefully Johanna Adeyileka is going to be helping us come to a conclusion. Because it's become very obvious that expanding waistlines can be a test for the other party in a relationship. But just how does this even happen and why? Now, she is the MD of Let's Face It, and she's written a number of articles on etiquette. And her true passion in life is speaking to the world on social and relationship concerns, helping people gain more knowledge about simple things in life and making them better people. Welcome to the studio, Johanna.
Thank you so much, Titi.
We've already started a really interesting conversation behind the scenes, but I just want to, you know, come straight out with it. Do you believe a person's size and weight has a major effect on how attracted they are to their spouse?
Well, it depends on the individual choices. You know, we're all diverse. Some men, some women like big sizes, some like big upper bodies, some like the posterior large, some like the figure 8, some like figure 11. You know, we're all very, very different. I think the issue comes about when you have a spouse who is a particular size, that size you found attractive from the onset, and suddenly there are changes.
Okay.
I think that's where the issue lies. And if it's not identified, if the spouse is not saying it with a loving, even in a loving tone or loving way, then actually it can blow everything out of proportion.
I guess it could lead to other issues. You maybe the way, you know, personally feeling attractive.
Of course.
You know, personally feeling loved.
Yes, yes. I mean, we all like to hear nice things from our spouse, but you know, there is a way and a manner in which your spouse can tell you, I'm not really happy with the way you're looking now. So rather than saying that, oh, you are fat, or if she says, do I look good in this outfit? You say, no, go and change it, you look horrible. You could say something like, how about we go to the gym together? Or let's go walking in the morning, or you know, suggesting something that the two of you can do, rather than just putting all the onus on one person.
Okay, so there are a lot of realities in the 21st century relationship. There's a lot of responsibilities. The children come in, there's bills to pay.
Yes.
A lot of people don't tend to focus on their weight as much as they should. Everybody is aware of this by now.
Yes.
But then again, what should our focus truly be when it comes to weight gain?
Our focus should be our health. Because, you know, statistics have shown that if you are overweight, if you're too overweight, you have a tendency of diabetes, high blood pressure, and in some cases, some forms of cancer can come into the body. So we must be, first of all, health conscious. Health conscious is very important. Also, you have to look at what are you in the society. Some people are in jobs that require you to be slim. For example, if you have a cabin crew who is getting overweight, they would take them off that duty. So we need to look at what are you representing in the society. Also, for your own self-assertiveness, you need to look good. 21st century says we should be looking good, and we should package in whatever way we can to get the best appearance.
Okay, so it's interesting you should talk about packaging, because I know a lot of couples have resorted to a lot of packaging. I know that men as well as women, or rather women as well as men, are wearing body enhancing, sculpting wear. I myself wear them a lot because it makes me feel like, okay, maybe this outfit will look better on me. But I'm thinking about let's call it bedroom activities now. So once all those enhancements have been pulled off and everything falls out, what exactly is the issue? You know, I'm thinking, yes, of course there have been changes, but I don't want to make that assumption that that's the only reason why bedroom activities might not be as, what's the word now? Exciting, right word.
Well, I think if you choose to use these type of body enhancing products, it's fine. But what we've found in this century is people are going for body reconstruction. So they are having waist reduction, they are having bum enlargement and breast enlargement, so that in the bedroom things will look the way they look with the clothes on. That's not too extreme? Well, it's an individual, you know, want. If some husbands, some wives will encourage their spouses to go and do that.
Instead of just doing the workout, doing the work.
Yes. I mean, for example, many women will work out to try and get that figure that they want, but some want the easy way out. But may I, you know, also add that the diet, what you eat, is very, very important, because if you eat lots of fruit and vegetables, definitely your body is going to be...
But the men are stubborn sometimes. We women, we're cooking the right foods for them and they tell you no. They want the banga, they want the
fufu and all these things.
So what do we do there?
Well, we have to encourage them. We have to tell them the health benefits of eating, you know, lower calories foods, less carbohydrates, more fruit and vegetables, and give them to your children. Let them see the changes in you and in your children, and then it encourages them to have the same diet.
Oh, wow. Okay, because I'm thinking about how that fufu creates a pot belly for these men as well. And there are a lot of women who are not attracted to that pot belly. In the bedroom especially.
Exactly. Well, I have spoken to several women who have said, you know, yes, it doesn't look bad, but in the bedroom, that stomach gets in the way. And obviously, you know, when that area of a relationship is affected, then the food goes out of the window. Who cares about the food?
I really wish we could continue on this right now, but I have a feeling our friends on social media will be helping us out with that. Make sure you use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria. We have to head straight for a recess, but the show has only just begun. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Now, startups, SMEs, and young entrepreneurs should be excited about this segment. The Building Entrepreneurial Today is a capacity building program and business education initiative by Diamond Bank that is aimed at generating interest in entrepreneurship and designed to support budding entrepreneurs of all ages. Joining us to give us more information about this timely project is Ayodele Olojede, who's the head emerging businesses of Diamond Bank. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
I'm very excited to be here. Thank you very much.
We're not just talking about the BET program. We're talking about SMEs in general, the challenges, you know, of basically just running a business in this country. You know how that can be. But in your estimation, you talk to us about some of the challenges that you feel are plaguing SMEs today in Nigeria.
Okay, so when you look at SMEs from the perspective of their contribution to the GDP of the economy, and job creation, you would agree with me that the SMEs is a gold mine of opportunity for the country. So take, for example, some statistics that are available supporting this view is that we have about 71.1 million employed labor force, and SME sector account for about 84% of that.
Oh, wow.
We have about 37 million SMEs in the country, and 99% of them are micro level. So you then begin to wonder why they are still struggling when you have to compare them with their counterparts in OECD countries.
Exactly.
So
because a lot of these businesses, they shut down within a
very short period of time.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges that are plaguing them? So take, for instance, that we have about 95% of them do not even have a business name registered. And that automatically creates an access to finance gap. Then you have the fact that about 70% of them do not have business plan. The fact that they don't have business plan contribute to the very high failure rate of these businesses. And of course, it makes investors unwilling to be able to, provide funding for them. A large number of them also have capital that is less than 500,000, and they don't have recognized collateral to be able to benefit from funding opportunities. So when you put all of this together, then you begin to look at access to knowledge challenges, access to market challenges, and access to funding
so this is really huge.
Yes.
And I know that Diamond Bank is doing something in easing some of these challenges. Can you talk to us about some of these?
Okay, so that's the positioning of Diamond Bank SME Banking. So what we are doing and what we'll continue to do is that we're positioned to be able to provide support in all of these areas of challenges for the SMEs, and that's a big and huge differentiating factor for Diamond Bank. So take, for example, when I talked about the business registration, Diamond Bank have these services, will provide these services at a discounted rate in collaboration with lawyers.
That's business registration
services.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we don't just register the business for the customers, but we help them to also be able to get tax identification number, and then we help them to be able to do the corporate search. So eventually, when you have to open an account, we have been able to save you, a huge sum of costs that you would have incurred if you did it by yourself.
So what you're saying is if I'm a small business, I can, and I don't have an account, I can walk to Diamond Bank and say, you know what, I'm running this business, it's not registered, and you guys will just take us through.
We will just help you to be able to do that, and it's hugely discounted.
Wow.
So additionally, when it comes to the issue around access to knowledge challenges, what Diamond Bank does is that we have structured training programs, we have MSME clinics, we have mentorship program where we're able to show SMEs how to be able to better run their business, how to be able to expand their sales, how to be able to take control of the financial sides of their business, and how to be able to leverage technology offerings to be able to improve the operational effectiveness of their business.
I like this. I like this direction you're going. We're going to talk about capacity building programs shortly, but let's talk about money, access to finance, which is one of the biggest challenges that SMEs face. So I'm a small business, and I want to expand. I want to grow my capacity. I want to scale up, but most banks, they turn you back because, there are many, many challenges that as a small business you face, and you don't have collateral and all of that. How is Diamond Bank helping in this area of access to finance?
Okay, so when it comes to access to finance, it's a convergence of so many factors, both on the demand side, and what I mean by the demand side is that the SMEs themselves, and then on the supply side, the bank themselves. So you, as an SME who wants to take funding from the bank, you have to show that you're prepared. So if you are a manufacturer of this cup, for instance, it doesn't matter how talented you are, in terms of how you're able to do this better than any other person. What is important and what will determine how successful or how long you will be in the market is how you're able to sell this. Because when I give you money, I want you to be able to pay me back. It's how you're able to put structure in your business, how you're able to keep your books, and how you're able to make sure that the money that you make, you're not confusing your sales process with your profit. So that's on the demand side. And so the banks would engage you in a way to be able to understand, ascertain that you understand that. Now, on the supply side, which is from the banks themselves, for us in Diamond Bank, we know that SMEs do not have the recognized type of collateral that banks traditionally would want to get from you to give them funding. So we have started a lending program that we call the Cash Flow Lending Program, which allows us to be able to give funding to customers without asking for those recognized collateral. We work with you on the basis of what it is that you have. And on the basis of what it is that you have, we give ourselves comfort to the extent that you have cash flow in your business to be able to pay us back. And that's something that it's really tracking very well.
So once you see that this business is doing well, or at least has some kind of cash flow, it's, there's money going in, there's money coming out, then you can have a level of confidence.
So there's money coming in, there's money coming out, but we want to be able to see that you're keeping records. Because SMEs have the same pocket. One pocket from where they take money to run their business, from where they take money to also be able to run their homes. So we want to be able to make sure that there's a distinction. And to the extent that we engage with you, we want to be able to also make sure that you understand that difference, so that you will be able to keep aside the money that is required to pay back your fund.
I like that you're going in this direction and talking about various things that businesses need to understand, especially when they're trying to access finance and all of that. So this is what is bringing us back to capacity building. The fact that businesses and business owners need to be trained and need to understand, how the business works. To talk to us about the importance of capacity building for small businesses.
Okay, so one of the things that we've been talking about is access to knowledge initiatives from Diamond Bank. And when you have to categorize that, we want the small business owners need to be able to understand how to better run their business. You don't just wake up and say, today, I'm a businessman, just because you are the one who made this. That is just one aspect. That's just the beginning. And in fact, to the point that you made about the BET program earlier on, the BET program is a CSR program from Diamond Bank to be able to support startup entrepreneurs. So we are not teaching them in that program how to produce anything. We're just saying to them that, look, you are talented enough to be able to produce this, but we need to be able to teach you how to become a successful businessman. Becoming a successful businessman starts from running your business. How do you manage your personnel, productivity? How are you able, what are you thinking around how to sell? You need to be able to sell. If people don't know about what you sell, nobody's going to come buy from you. You need to now understand how to keep your books. Then you also need to be able to understand how to take opportunities in the technology phase. And all of this is what we do. We bring all of this, we expose our SMEs to these various initiatives to get them to become better. When you are a better businessman, you might even find that you don't even need funding from the bank.
I like that. Now, so give us a sense of how people can access these services, where to go, especially for capacity building and some of the MSME programs that you say for training and all of that. How do I access these services?
Just be a Diamond Bank customers, and that's it.
So you guys send me an email or a text message, or I have to go on a website or follow you on social media. How do I?
You can do all of that, but then we have branches, even in your neighborhood. So just walk into any Diamond Bank branch and ask to open an account. Ask to meet with an SME account officer, because we have specialized officers who are there. They've been trained to be able to take care of our SMEs. So just walk into any of the branches and ask that you want to open an account to be able to run your business, and that's it. You qualify to be able to attend any of this event. You get opportunities to attend networking programs. You have opportunities to attend structured training programs. You even have opportunity to get information digitally from on our various non-financial services programs.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ayodele Olojide, for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Talking about Diamond Bank supporting small businesses. And you heard all of that. And hopefully we can get some small businesses supported this second half of the year. All right. With that insightful conversation, we wrap up the first half of the show. Stay with us for more on the second half of Wake Up Nigeria. Now, if you know anyone who has not been bitten by the Wake Up Nigeria bug, you should help them with the information that something amazing happens from TVC every single day from 7 a.m. till about 8:45.
Yeah, we like to say 9 sometimes.
Yeah, 7 to 9.
Sometimes when we're too excited, we take it to 9.
Monday to Friday.
Because it's simple. If entertainment is what you want in the morning on your TV, there's absolutely nowhere else that you can go to get it. It's just
I like these little adverts that we do every single day.
Well, hey, it's actually true.
Yeah.
It's true. A lot of love pouring in from all corners of Nigeria online.
And we love our viewers, and sending us messages and telling us what they're about and loving us basically
on multiple platforms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, Twitter,
everywhere.
Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria if you're sending us a comment. But we're also streaming live on tvcontinental.tv, and you can catch us anywhere in the world.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Ope. If you like rap music, something is coming up shortly. Rodney Spades is going to be performing something special.
What a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. You go like trap pins, be a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. You go like trap pins, be a man like me.
Hey, and of course, if you're a fan of Wole Ojo, then you should hang in there. We're going to be having a discussion with him right before we call it a wrap on today's show.
What sort of embarrassment is this? We're barely here and you're already introducing yourself as the barking dog that you are. I shall not listen. Do not let it repeat itself again for whatsoever reason. If I do, what will you do?
All right.
Wow, did you see that slap?
I saw it.
You saw it? Yes. That's what we say when it's a Yoruba movie.
It's a Nigerian slap.
Did you see that slap?
It's a Nigerian slap where the director does this.
Exactly. Oh, dear me.
So we're going to be keeping you up to date with happenings around the world, and very important to, of course, hook up with us.
Yes,
let us know what you're up to. And if you're going to be, are we giving out tickets today?
It's Mike, it's Mike. It's not also, it's Mike. Just ask Mike. Mike will let you know. But we're bringing you the news update right now.
And Nifemi is on standby for us.
Thank you, Yomi and Titi. On the news, these are Senate President Bukola Saraki and Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed have officially dumped the All Progressives Congress for the People's Democratic Party. Saraki announced his defection on his Twitter handle and also released a statement personally signed by him. Governor Ahmed, in his statement by his senior special assistant on media, Muhyiddin Akorede, said he defected after consultations with his people. Supporters of Saraki are already jubilating after hearing the news, with the burning of broom, the symbol of the APC. The move by the duo had long been expected after the defection of other senators and House of Representatives members from the state. President Muhammadu Buhari has been elected as new chairman of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of the Economic Community of West African State, ECOWAS. This was at the 53rd Ordinary Session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government in Lomé, Togo. In his acceptance remarks, President Buhari, who commended his colleagues for his election, noted that he did not offer himself for the post. He, however, promised to deliver on peace, security, good governance, as well as socio-economic development of the sub-region, and also take the organization to greater heights. A high court in Owerri has stopped the swearing-in of Callistus Ekinze as the new deputy governor of Imo State. The court ruling came in on Tuesday morning just as Ekinze was about to be sworn in. Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha had nominated Ekinze as his deputy after the impeachment of Eze Madumere. Imo State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Meletus Lepdum says government's attention had been drawn to the interim order, stopping the Chief Judge of the state, Pascal Nadi, from swearing in the new deputy governor. According to him, the state government would quickly take necessary steps to vacate the order. Justice Bello Abbas of Sokoto State High Court has dismissed a 15 billion naira corruption case against former Sokoto State Governor Atahiru Bafarawa and 3 others. Delivering his judgment, Justice Abbas noted that the prosecutor, the EFCC, has not shown the court that every ingredient of the count charges have been established before presenting them to court. He says hearsay evidences are not acceptable in court, stressing that the evidences to be presented are those of the witnesses and written statements of accused persons. And that's the news this hour. We'll bring you the further weather forecast, for today.
kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Yes, this is the engine room of Wake Up, because without food, who's going to survive now? We love food and we strive to invent new ways to make them. And today, of course, we still have Chef Demi here leading us all the way. So what are we making again?
Okay, we're trying to make our sauce for the pasta.
Okay. What's the name of the dish?
Creamy coconut curry pasta, yes.
Creamy coconut curry pasta. If you check your screen right now, you'd see the menu right there as well as the ingredients. In case you missed one thing or the other, you can quickly scribble it down, okay?
Yeah, so this is the same pan where we seared the chicken.
Okay.
So we have our onions in there already.
All right. So we're going to make use of all the ingredients.
Yes. Everything is going to pop in here.
So don't worry, as I said, the ingredients are still on your screen, so you can quickly check them out. Okay, in case you cannot see them clearly, we've got spaghetti, coconut milk, chicken, cheese, carrots, sausages, curry, salt, assorted meats, vegetable oil, onions, garlic, ginger, stock cubes, chili, black pepper, and I think I see Chef Demi as part of the ingredients as well.
You can see that again. So basically we have our onions and our garlic in there already. A bit of seasoning cube.
All right.
You just pop that all in. Our ginger right in.
Okay, so onion and garlic, then seasoning cube, then ginger and garlic.
Oh, that's my own style of, the seasoning
Everybody
cube.
has their style. Yesterday I saw oil and salt, so don't worry. I've seen a lot of things.
Okay, so we try to pop this in. That's our sauteed.
Okay, the protein.
Yeah, pop that in.
Wow.
I want to add a little bit more of oil in there.
Okay.
So.
Any reason for that?
Yeah, because it's quite greasy. We're cooking quite a lot of food. Not so much, but, just enough for the meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pasta.
Yeah.
That's like everybody's favorite meal.
Of course. It's comfort. It's like it's quick to prepare. You can come up with a whole lot of different ways to cook pasta. So it works for a lot of people. Carrots.
It works for me. Thanks for the surprise last week.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was really kind of
You're welcome.
Very delicious.
Okay, our carrots in there. Okay.
So the carrots are in there as well as some of the protein.
Yes.
Does the chicken go in?
No. That's at the, close to the end
that's
of the...
supposed to be served.
Yeah, supposed to be served. But we're going to put it in some creamy sauce. We're going to take some of it and put it in the creamy sauce. So,
I can't wait to see what you're going to do with this coconut. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
so
this
that pops in.
Really nice.
Now,
this is cheese?
Yeah, cheese.
Okay.
Okay, so put our curry in there.
That's like a main ingredient.
It's the main ingredients.
Okay. Put that in.
Try to build all our flavors together.
All right. So right after the curry, have you put in black pepper yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Wow, this looks really good. This looks really, really
wait
good.
until you eat it.
I can't wait.
We just got started, yeah.
I really can't wait. I'm glad to see sweet corn.
Yeah.
Corn is actually very nutritious.
Chilies.
Yeah.
Nigerian flavor. Yeah, everybody likes, that eats in your food.
Yeah. Not everybody does.
A lot of people do. Most people do.
There are some people who will tell you that, what is this? And then there's this joke.
Okay.
Whenever people want to tease Yoruba folks, they will go,
well, I think...
as she screamed, by.
Are you for real? I don't think I've heard that before.
You hear so many.
Okay.
You hear so many. But whatever the case may be, chili is very, very good for the heart. It's even good for the body itself. You need to keep up the heat. You don't always have to run and all to get the adrenaline pumping. When you do,
for me, I don't like pepper. Anyways, I don't like spicy food. It gets to me quite easily, so I try to stay away from that.
So your own is you don't like pepper?
No, I don't like pepper.
Okay.
I can do it almost any other thing, but not pepper. You can eat it too? No, I can't eat it.
You can't eat it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Beyonce's own is crayfish. Yours is pepper.
Yeah, no, I can't do with pepper. Okay, so we try to put this in. That's our green peppers.
Okay. Now that we've put in all of this, okay, this seems to be a fast one now.
Yeah, fast
one. All right.
one.
So what goes in after the sausages?
After that,
no,
continue with the seasoning. This comes last.
This comes last. Okay.
Then we pour in our coconut milk.
The coconut milk goes in.
Yes,
when?
it goes in here. After this, once it cooks up a little bit, say a minute.
We'll
pour that in.
Okay. Yeah. Then this comes last after the coconut milk.
Yes, after the coconut milk. After we put the pasta.
What about the cheese? When does it go in?
After the coconut milk, put the cheese.
I thought the cheese was supposed to melt inside it.
Yeah, it's going to melt inside it. The eats and all of that, you know. We'll chop
inside
it up a little
milk.
bit.
Okay, we are still going to chop it up.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So this, then this. Fantastic. So at the end of it all, you're going to see the results of Chef Davy's magic.
Yeah. All right, black pepper.
Whenever he's in the studio, I just look for his wand, but I never see it. Never. Like, I keep looking for that wand of yours, the magic you do with
all right. It feels good that you say that.
Nice. Okay, so while I'm busy enjoying the colors, I hope you're enjoying the colors with me. I should let you know that there will be some music in a bit. But of course, we have to go on this break. Stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Bite me. What you take when I know be nothing? Only one bless now that be something. Say you want know, I see the whole thing. I want to take extra coconut. What a man like me? What a man like me? What a man like me, you go like drive Benz, be a man like me. What a man like me, what a man like me. What a man like me, you go like drive Benz, be a man like me. West Fagu, Luda, Abuki, Motikasha. West Fagu, Luda, Abuki, Motikasha. Gucci, Prada, Sanotti, Isuva. Gucci, Prada, Sanotti, Isuva. Ha, what a man like me. We transfer to VIP. We fly in the overseas. We day on top, now they want CC. What a man like me. We transfer to VIP. Fly in the overseas. I they pay my tithe, now they want see me. Ha. What a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. You like drive Benz, be a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. You like drive Benz, be a man like me. West Fagu. Luda, Abuki, Motikasha. West Fagu, Luda, Abuki, Motikasha. Gucci, Prada, Sanotti, Isuva. Gucci, Prada, Sanotti, Isuva. Ha, what a man like me. Afo, Chairman. Ogarimu, what a man like me. CJ, Chairman. Karowenu, what a man like me. Tade Adekunle, Chairman. Mike Adenuga, what a man like me. Kule Akintayo, what a man like me. Mr. Fagade, Chairman. Charles Lawa, what a man like me. Gabi Lushi, Chairman. Susu Mama, what a man like me. Donatu, what a man like me. What a man like me. Your quality.
From nobody of yesterday to...
From nobody of yesterday. I like
somebody.
To somebody of today. This dude has been in the game for quite a while.
Definitely.
Quite a while.
Definitely.
How long now so far?
It's... Can I even...
He's been in the game, of course. I've got Rodney in the house, who's a talented Nigerian rapper. He won the 2014 edition of Niger Street Champ Talent Hunt and is currently signed on the Jamsmith Music Empire.
Jamsmith Music Empire.
Jamsmith. All right, great. It's great to have you. All right, so now, Great song there. I love that video, by the way, and all of that. Thank you. And but I felt like this was more of singing than rap. Like, I know Rodney as the, you know, like hardcore. I would say hardcore. I would say hardcore so far, but this is more like trendy. What's the idea behind Man Like Me?
Oh, the idea behind Man Like Me is I was actually talking to everybody working out there.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody with an idea.
Okay.
And processing the idea.
Okay.
And everybody that ended up making it anyway. So I'm talking to everybody, every hardworking youth out there.
Out there.
Everybody doing something. You get making ends meet and everything.
And all of that. Okay, now, but now the tune, there's the whole Shako feel and all of that. I feel like, is there any deviation from your original rap roots?
No. There's no deviation actually. The truth is, I figured rap doesn't really, right now, rap is really not appealing to them out there. Wow. To the fans out there.
You know that this is something, because now it's something you love doing, but it's why so?
I believe the industry needs a chameleon. Somebody that comes like their normal kind of person, and then they end up understanding his style and his brand.
Okay, MI came up with rappers should fix up their act, you know, and all of that. That message, was it necessary from MI?
I think it was.
Because
if you listen to his metaphors, if you listen to what he was saying, he's not saying don't do you or do you. He's just saying come up with something, be creative with what you're doing.
So you agree with that? Because you know, he came up for a lot of backlash. A lot of rappers came up after him and all of that. Guy, what are you feeling like? And all of that. But then you agree. No, that's quite cool. So it's more or less like giving people what they want at the same time. So how does you, the real you, how would it come into this whole mix of trying to give people what they want? How do you stay true to what you really are?
A long time ago, I heard Olamide. He said, I was listening to him on TV. He said something. He said, with time, they'll get to understand my craft.
Okay.
So since rap is not really appealing, my kind of rap is not appealing right now, so I decided to fix it into the Shako wave.
It's cool. It's cool.
So what a man like me.
All right.
What a man like me. What I'm doing is actually, I'm sing rapping.
All right.
You get. So I have some other work out there.
Let's talk about features. Now, there's this debate trending online, the one about Duncan Mighty and Wizkid and all of that. You know, what has... let's wait in on that particular debate. What do you really think about that story? Because it's been going online. A lot of people have had to say, oh, Duncan Mighty, Wizkid was one that brought out, made us realize Duncan Mighty or all of that. What do you think about that debate online?
What I feel is Duncan Mighty was out there before Wizkid, but Wizkid has that grace on him. You dig? Duncan Mighty is a great artist.
Okay.
He's not been on the scene for a while.
For a while too.
You get, and places like Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
You know, the main stage of music is out here.
Okay.
Yeah. So what Wizkid did is bring in the London feel, the Niger feel into his.
Okay, but then he produced that song and wrote it according to reports. Yes, yeah.
The truth is, they are both great artists.
They're both great artists. Now that brings me to features. Which feature, if you had an option to pick up anybody, you think that would take your career to the next level, who would it be? Locally or internationally?
Internationally, I want to feature Drake.
He's the man now. After all the streams with Scorpion, of course, everyone wants to get a Drake on their album and all of that. He gives you that role. Okay, but then locally, who would you want to go for?
Locally, I would love to work with Tiwa Savage.
Why?
Yeah,
why
Tiwa Savage has the same fan base as many of the big acts out there.
Okay.
She shares the same fan base with people like Wizkid, Davido, and great acts, you know. I think she's even going as far as, I think I could rate her with Steph London. Yeah, it's kind of people.
Great one, great one. Here's wishing you all the best. That was a nice video. Who shot that video, by the way?
It was shot by IAC.
IAC.
I Arts and Craft. Director Chidubem.
Wow, that's a very cool video. I mean, the whole dance and all of that into rap and all of that. I like that. We need stuff like this going out there. And here's wishing you the best.
Thank you very much.
Let's feel Man Like Me a bit. Let's feel Man Like Me. I really love that video. The whole guagua inside that video really made sense.
Abi, check it out.
Hey, all right.
Loda, Abuki, Motikasha, Osfago, Loda, Abuki, Motikasha, Gucci, Prada, Sanotti, Isova, Gucci, Prada, Sanotti, Isova. What a man like me, what a man like me, what a man like me. You go like drive Benz, be a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. You go like drive Benz, be a man like me. Thumbs up to the men like me. Them see the kind of money I see. You want roll with the VIP or you want day there, they backbite me. What you take when I know be nothing? Only one bless now, don't be something. Say you want know, I see the whole thing. I want to take enter coconut. What a man like me. What a man like me. What a man like me. You like
okay.
Okay, so I was making fun of Mike dancing Gwara Gwara, and I can't dance it to save my life. Okay, let me show you what we've been doing so far. You should tell us exactly what we've missed since we left. You poured in the coconut milk.
Yeah, and then the cheese.
Okay.
Seasons a little bit more. Check for taste. Salt as well.
Okay.
And then we'll pop in the pasta into it. Toss, toss, toss. Keep tossing. And then here's what we have. Yeah.
Okay. You're still tossing, as I can see. You still
tossing.
have a long way to go, just trying to have it go in properly.
You know.
All right, so today we are making creamy coconut curry
pasta. Yeah.
Pasta. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my, this looks really good.
Looks interesting, yeah?
Yeah, it does.
And
so
sweet corn.
the sweet corn goes in.
Yeah.
That's the very last ingredient going in,
yeah,
right?
going in, yeah, of course.
Okay. And you dipped the chicken in cream sauce as well.
Yes, in cream sauce, yeah.
Yes.
You know. We took a part of it and then put the chicken in so you can dissolve and all of that.
Don't
Quite
worry.
interesting, yeah?
At the end of the show, you'll see the eventual results, and I'm sure you'd like it. As in, I'm very, very sure you'd love it.
Yeah.
So it's about time for me to pass it over to Titi and Yomi. We're going to be having a conversation with Wole Ojo. Hi, guys.
Is that why you're smiling the way you're smiling?
Yes, because it's Wole that's here.
There's a handsome gentleman in the studio. Wow.
Some eligible bachelor stuffs. We have Adewale Ojo, Nollywood actor, model, and television personality who won the 4th edition of the Amsterdam Motor Box Office reality show.
Yeah, the award-winning actor started his acting career at the age of 9. Wow. He had a debut, of course, an on-stage performance at the age of 11 in a commemoration of Children's Day with UNICEF celebration at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs that was sponsored by UNICEF.
Honestly, he's come a long way.
He has, he has. And we followed his career.
Yes, we have. What? You were a mentor of his.
Yes. Like,
and I was a groupie.
Yeah, right.
Back in the day.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying. Welcome to the studio.
I mean, it's been a journey.
Yes, it is.
Even for someone who's relatively young as you are, what you've passed through in the last... Why are you smiling?
You know,
I'm trying to keep it serious here.
No. You said young. You know, young is relative.
Okay.
Young is relative.
Yes, very, very.
But you don't seem to have aged much. Like, you still look exactly how you looked when we saw you in the competition.
No, he was skinny.
Oh, okay.
And the big head was a bit very obvious. You know.
Paid a few visits to the gym.
You know, we're trying to...
But it would be interesting to hear more about that story. So how was acting for you before the competition? Was it easy?
Okay. First, I'd like to say thanks for having me here today. My career has experienced a bit of a stop-start. So I started acting quite early, age 9, with the Television Authority, featured in the program Kid Edition 101 and One Big Family. And at some point, there was this buzz and thing going on that, oh, he's quite talented. I even had a couple write-ups about being like into Macaulay Culkin and all that. But at some point in time, things happened and I took a break. And things happened with my family. We had to do a bit of relocating and all that and everything. And I was sort of affected and I went back into my shell. So when I decided to come back, it was a bit of a struggle. I was, you know, jumping from one audition to another and all that. And there's a story I would really like to share. What happened with my family sort of like affected us financially. And it was a bit of like the lowest of low for us, and anytime I share this story, I get really emotional because I remember having to move from Agbado to the National Theatre for an audition, and I had to jump in the Molwe, and I was already doing bits and pieces of programs here and there, and I had, from Oshodi to the stadium, I think I had like 15 naira on me, and the fare to that point was 20 bucks. And the conductor approached me, and I was like, okay, please, can you just calmly, I said, bros, 15 naira demand, and he yelled and created a scene. I was so embarrassed that I had to cover my face. Someone right there and then just sorted out the bill. And what was amazing about that experience was that the guy was arguing with his friend and was like, no be him. He said, Naim, that guy I see for television. He said, no be him, if Naim, go to jump Molwe. So I was so embarrassed. I came down before my bus stop. I was crying in the rain. The rain helped me mask my tears. I was crying and I was walking to the point for audition. I couldn't do the audition that day. Wow. And I went back home and shared that with my parents, and it was a very sad moment. Yes, it was. So I got into school. I did a bit of editing and all. So for me, Ambo was how will I call it, like a springboard to fast track the career. Yeah. Yeah, so I did that, and as heaven will have it, I won, and
here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Superstar.
There's still so much more to talk about, but we have to take a quick break. We're still in the studio with Wole Ojo. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
Boom.
Welcome back. So we've been getting up close and personal with Wole Ojo, and we're not done yet, are we?
Yeah, he just told us a really deep and personal story. Yeah. And I can tell you that there are many people in the industry that have these horror stories.
Has it, eh?
I mean, Titi was just talking about one that she had
no, I don't
just behind the camera just now. And you know,
trust me, don't go there.
The truth is, you know, a lot of times people see all the glam, you know, and especially when you're now famous, flying, you know, private jets and stuff like that. But they never know. Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing? So you're not flying. You look like you own your own jets.
We have not gotten there yet. It's slow and steady. Slow and steady. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but one of the things that I know that you're very passionate about is, especially with the 2019 elections, and talking to young people about getting their PVCs.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I really would not, I really don't, you know, like talking politics, but right now I will. And I will be the first to admit that the present administration, I was one of the individuals that supported, you know, this administration, because at the time we were not satisfied, and we wanted something different. But I'll put it out there again that so far this administration has been poor. But now this is why I say this is this. A lot of people go and say, why am I getting my PVC? Why do you want us to vote someone else? For me, it is a statement. Because you've gotten it wrong, doesn't mean you shouldn't try again. So when the 2019 elections come and we say, okay, we don't want this particular administration, we want to try someone else, regardless if that person does well or not. But we as a nation, we've sent out a message that every time we want to make a change, we can effect that. Yeah. And that sends a ripple effect message to every other person that wants to come into power.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that. And, you know, encouraging young people to,
exactly,
to be a part of the process.
Yes,
so
that's really good. Yeah.
There had seemed to be a trend with, in quotes, celebs jumping on board the political train. You know, some of them saying, you know, they're going this way or that way. And a lot of people started, you know, giving kind of like a backlash on social media. You voicing your views now, you're not worried about that?
I'm not, because before being a celeb, quote unquote, I'm a human being. Okay. I'm a Nigerian. And I have a right to, you know, air my views. I have a right to be heard. I have a right to vote. I have a right to support who I think is right for the job. So if you think otherwise, go and get a PVC.
Okay.
That is your statement.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that. So talking about, I mean, on a lighter note, someone who's right for the job, the job of wife, for instance, for a gentleman such as you, I know you're smiling now because
it's a good topic, so I should smile.
Yes, no.
Talking about wife, I shouldn't be frowning.
Exactly.
Yes,
So
yes.
there's always someone right for the job, if you
Yes.
know what I mean. But for
Okay.
instance, you go for an audition. Okay, Wale Ojo is right for this job.
Yeah.
Yes. So is there a babe somewhere that's right for the job
Of wife.
of Wale Ojo? I know it's a lifelong appointment.
Yeah.
So
I would speak to my manager before I, answer that question. Because, anything I see on
Which kind of
live,
answer is that one?
anything I see on live television,
your manager should write on a big blackboard and show it to us.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So any baby mamas then, if not wife?
Baby mamas?
Yes.
Nah.
Are you sure that you know of?
Wow, am I sure?
Yes. No, now most guys say that I know of.
Wow.
You didn't say it. You said no.
No,
We shouldn't put you in a corner. We shouldn't put you.
No. Have fun, but no. Truth is no baby mom.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. I'm surprised.
You're surprised?
Yes, because you look like a slice of cake. That a lot of women would like to eat. I'm just saying.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So I can say this because I've known you for quite a while. But,
Yes.
but the truth is, you are considered a very eligible bachelor.
Oh, thank you.
But okay, so who is Mrs. Wright? If you wanted to describe her.
If I wanted to describe her. Okay, I do not like to describe a Mrs. Wright because for me there's really no textbook formula to saying Mrs. Wright. And then one of the reasons why I shy away from the topic, you find out that when people talk of relationships, 95% of the time, it's always about Mrs. Wright. How about Mr. Wright?
Okay.
So maybe I'm in a process of trying to make myself Mr. Wright.
Wow.
This guy's a politician. This
That
guy is a
was
politician.
such a nice answer.
All right, so
I love that.
There's
Okay.
a couple of like 5 months left in this year. I know that you've got a couple of projects coming up.
Yeah.
So talk to us about some of them.
Yeah, different skills. I have movies for online platforms and television, and they're coming out in bits and pieces. But I've got 2 pretty good ones coming up. They're projects funded by BOI in conjunction with Film One. One of them is titled Kamsi. It's directed by Uzodinma Ukweche, and it's one I really look forward to. Yeah, so you should watch out for Kamsi.
All right. Yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait. I love to see, actors always acting.
Okay.
But, I'm always scared about that time that there could be like a fallow period. What do you do in those fallow periods?
Well, I have a couple of other things that I started dabbling into. Still in the work, still in the process of, what's the word now? Still incubating. So yes, myself and my kid brother, we're into farming.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yeah.
You're farming now?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
And in this Nigeria, you need something to fall back on.
Well, the truth is you can't be one directional, and that amongst other things.
We're going to take a clip of one of your movies now, but we're going to talk about stage after this. I know you did something with Macbeth and some other things.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's take a clip if it's available.
Daniel. I'm your next door neighbor. What's your name?
Slamming the door.
Oh, whoa, initial glaga.
My name is Timmy. What is your name?
How many chicks? How many do you have?
I can't even hold a conversation.
Tell her how you feel.
I feel feverish.
You feel feverish.
A bachelor's degree in economics, but then you chose to become a fitness trainer.
You don't beat me where I come from. If not, I would have knocked you out.
Didn't tell me your neighbor is a boxer.
Stay away from that girl. You're writing a letter.
Not just a letter, a love letter.
Did you go to peep that girl?
I just want to look for her.
I have to punch you in the face. You're so cool and uncivilized. Are you switching from daughter to mother? Don't try. Don't.
Anita, it's not ladylike to hit a man.
When a man hits you and you can't do anything, all you do is scream and cry, knowing that you cannot do anything to help yourself. Is that ladylike?
Timid Timmy.
Timid Timmy.
I mean, you embody some very emotional roles, and I think it's one of the things that stood you out at that very young age when people were comparing you to Macaulay Culkin and all of that. So how do you step into your roles? Is it the influence of stage that you started with?
Okay, first of all, professionally, I wouldn't say I started with stage. I started on TV. Then I went back to school, you know, to study theatre. But it's a bit of a mix. It's what I've always wanted to do, and I felt the need to, you know, improve on, you know, the God-given talent, because I always say there's talent, but talent is never enough. You need to put in work, you need to hone your skills and all that. So it's a bit of a mix. Yeah, I've had a feel of television, and I've done stage, and I try to strike a balance, and then I continually research, watch videos, take classes online and all that. So yeah, it's a bit of a mix.
I'm really interested in thinking, in finding out who your main influences have been. Have you ever tried to mirror any actors?
Not exactly, but as a kid, I grew up with heavy television influence. I watched a lot of TV, and growing up, I used to watch a lot of Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Yes, a lot. I used to watch a lot of Will Smith, a lot of Jamie Foxx. Yes, so maybe subconsciously there's something there, but I wouldn't say I particularly picked any actor to say, yeah. And then I have the long dream of going into directing and producing. Yeah. So that angle, I can say, okay, there are specific people I've looked at and I like the way they work, and I would want to, you know, do stuff the way that, you understand, people like Tunde Kelani, Steven Spielberg, James Cameron, the usual suspects.
Those are not usual suspects. those are big aspirants. Those are legendary.
Yes, but yeah, I like your thinking, and you know, I think you've got what it takes to deploy.
I really
hope those resources.
I really hope you brought an appetite today. You did?
Yeah.
Our chef has been hard at work. Mary has been right there with him. Please, let's join them in the kitchen.
Okay.
And then we can take a bite to eat. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Mary.
This is
also I get the chair.
Yes, you do.
Oh my.
This is Wale Ojo here.
Yes.
This is Chef Demi.
Yeah.
Chef, nice to meet you, sir.
Please take a seat.
So there's something on my mind right now. I don't feel like giving you this meal. He wants to play. So I'd like him to just go and meet those he plays with and leave our meal for us.
I don't understand.
So, please
Mary.
You know what they call?
It's my kitchen. I can decide who eats and who doesn't.
Okay. We apologize.
Okay, so we have Chef Demi here on Demi's Banquet. He'll be telling you what you're going to be eating.
Okay.
So talk to us.
This is creamy coconut curry pasta with a twist of assorted meats, and then we have chicken breasts.
Creamy coconut
curry pasta.
Curry pasta.
Chicken breast,
creamy coconut curry pasta.
Wait,
that is a mouthful.
A mouthful, yeah.
A mouthful, yeah.
CCCP.
It's a line, no mind.
Okay, so I'm sure you've seen it on your screen.
It looks interesting, yeah?
Dig into it.
There was a lot of work put into this.
A lot.
So have a taste.
Have a taste and tell us how nice it is. Yeah, so I'm just qualifying it for you.
Please now.
I will do that myself.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, so.
Ooh, a lot of work.
You can start anyway. Yeah, well done.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mary, we know you didn't really do much.
I want bits and pieces.
You know, I'm actually kind of used to you people saying that now, so it's all right. It's all right. I just stand aside
we're
and watch.
playing.
You can live with it, yeah?
I can live with it. Like, you know you're used to people.
We're
family
playing,
members.
Yeah.
Mike is very quiet.
What do you think?
No, Mike is trying to decide whether to slap him or drag the food. All of
you are looking at there. What the main thing is here.
Why are you doing like your eyes are peppering you?
You are looking at that one.
What happened?
I don't know, the taste is really bad.
Acting.
It's bad.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
I don't throw it away.
No, that was a joke. But it's really good. It's really good.
All right. What do you like best?
I have this, I have the shaki in my mouth.
Okay.
So I guess you chopped.
Yeah, chopped.
You beat some pieces apart. So
it just got started anyway.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wow. All right, so big thank you to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
Yes,
and,
of course.
Thank you to all our guests for joining us today.
Yes, indeed. Fola, you know we love you.
Thank you, Fola.
Yes, for styling our hair. And hey, we have something brand new coming your way tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. as always.
Don't forget, Wale Ojo, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you to everyone that was on the show.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. All right, can't wait.